Okay, guys, thanks for joining us here in the charts. It is the market beast, Napoleon Macro. Some may be asking, hey, Napoleon, the markets are crashing, bro. You said it was going to go bullish. What happened? I'm going to give you guys two levels. I'm going to have one level for the short-term investors and one time frame on the daily candles. And if you are a long-term / mid-term investor, I have one level for you on the weekly time frame. Let's keep this super simple, not overcomplicated, and get right into it. So welcome back, loyal family. If you're new here, we only explore price action. Thanks for sticking around, on my loyal subscribers. Let's dive right into the charts here. So today's March the 23rd, 2022, and the current price of the S&P 500, $4,468.76, slightly negative 0.9% for the day. Okay. All right, guys, so let's keep this super simple, okay? Here is the short-term participants. This is your setup, okay? You're noticing red circles and you got green circles. The red circles represent where the sellers are currently waiting for the price to reach so that they can potentially put more sell orders in the market. How do I know that? Well, I don't know it 100%, but what I do know is when you identify a double top in the market, that represents an exhaustion from the buyers as they can no longer advance and make higher highs in the market, right? Because if you're in an uptrend, higher highs, higher lows. And if you run into a double top, that's a sign of exhaustion. So once you make that double top, it's likely the market is going to gravitate towards the previous level of support, okay? And of course, that's exactly what happened, and the market actually moved lower, okay? So we also have the green circles. The green circles represent the buyers, okay? That's all I'm looking at, guys, buyers and sellers. The green circles represent the buyers because the candle's bodies, not particularly the close or comparison to the open, but the candle's bodies have made 3 consecutive higher lows, well, at least 2 consecutive higher lows after opening lower, but the candle's body is lower than the 2 higher lows, okay? So since we found that evidence in the chart of the buyers attempting to step in, and they did make a successful move in the market, right? 2 higher lows. And then they broke resistance. The last resistance level, this is the most important level for the short-term participants, $4,400 and about $4,405. If the S&P 500, let's just say there's a little bit more selling pressure in the market tomorrow. I'm not saying that there will be. This is not financial advice. Yes, on our previous video or our previous post, we said that the doji candle could represent a little bit of selling interest on the very next day, and it did the total opposite. Yes, admittedly, I did think that the market will have a retracement, not a crash, guys. I'm not looking for a crash. I'd love to participate in the crash, but I don't think we're at a crash point yet, okay? And I'll further elaborate why I say that when we go over the long-term investors levels, okay? So the short-term participants, really simple. Last resistance is the only level that I would truly focus on, or at least understand. If we get some little daily candles to come down to this level and you start seeing small shadows below the candles' bodies, that simply represents buyers. And if it just kind of hangs out at that level for, let's just say, the next 48 hours, but it cannot proceed lower, guys, this market is in preparation to move higher, okay? It's a slightly negative day. I'm not jumping on no bandwagon saying that, yes, the market is getting ready to crash. Even if it crashes, guys, I have to give you the particular levels because this will help you moving forward in understanding what you're looking at, not necessarily interpreting this with anything else that's going on in the world with respect to what's going on in the world or any other news or any other thing, guys. This is the purest form of price action, and that is the level for the short-term investors because the market made 2 consecutive higher lows, and then it broke the last resistance level. So that is the buyer's obligation right now, okay? So if that level holds, you already know what the buyers need to do next, okay? They need to take out the last double top from the sellers. So even if this level holds at about $4,400, the buyers just can't just kind of hang out here forever. They do need to make a move and make a new high to show the aggressive buyers are here and that they're ready to continue the overall trend to the upside. Okay, so that's for the short-term investors and the long-term investors. Thanks for sticking around. I want to show you guys one level as we erase that. That was the daily time frame, by the way. Sorry, didn't say that in the beginning. The weekly candles. So the only thing you're going to do as a long-term investor is really simple. I'm using TradingView.com and I'm focusing on the time on the weekly candles, okay, this candle is currently green. This is an active candle. Doesn't mean it's going to close as a green candle. In fact, I do think that the more that the buyers stall here without pushing higher, I think the sellers are going to take that opportunity to close this candle red towards the end of the close of this weekly candle. We have about 2 days and 1 hour for this active green candle to close. But the one level that I went over, that we said we'll go over, okay? So one level for the short-term investors, $44,405. And for the midterm / long-term investors, okay, you want to get weekly candles to close above the level, okay? I'm pretty consistent with the levels, guys. $4,345. Hopefully I leave a link to the last video post that we explained that one level. And it wasn't even really because of the 50 exponential. It was actually because of the previous support level from the candle's bodies. So that's interesting how it perfectly aligns with that level, if you guys can see that. The only thing I did was just kind of take where there was a lot of activity on the weekly candles. Remember, just an uptrend, right? Making higher highs, higher lows. So when it broke above, little clustered area, like little hesitation right there, right? Went up, down, bounced off that level, right? A little bit of clustered area, hesitation, down. Buyers showed interest by way of this wick below this candle's body, right? Dead cat bounce, broke below. Very large candle's body, shadow below the candle's body. Right, so it seems that there's a lot of interest below that green line, guys. $4,345. So moving forward, that's the only level for the weekly candles. All right, I realize that could have been summed up, sure, but I just want to continue to go over this and kind of point this out for you guys, because I know one day it's just going to be like a light bulb. Like, wait a minute, I really understand this now. Okay, even if I don't understand it, I'm just trying to show you. Maybe you'll have a better way of understanding it in the future. Okay. So that's all I have for the short-term and long-term investors. Hopefully I've done a great job in terms of explaining why I'm looking at these two particular levels. What am I doing in the market right now? I'm not participating in the S&P 500 right now. We do have active positions on other assets that we won't disclose on this video. But as far as a crash, guys, I'm not seeing a crash yet. Can the market move lower tomorrow? Yes, you have the one level for the short-term participants, and if it has a deeper retracement towards the end of this week, you have the midterm to long-term level for the guys who are looking at the weekly candles. All right, so hopefully this is simple enough for everyone to understand, and that's how we're going to close out the video. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that, and hopefully we're all clear in terms of the short-term and long-term investors. So let's close it out, guys. And do me a huge favor before you go by simply leaving an appropriate thumb. I'd appreciate it below the video, and leave a comment so that the YouTube algorithm can promote the video. If you guys are new, we also explored Bitcoin, so you can kindly join us here on this interesting, intense journey at times. And we'll send that out to you momentarily. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank you all for your time. Remember, guys, always have a strategy before you enter. Pardon my raspiness too. Keep that positive energy flowing. We'll talk soon, and bye for now, guys and gals.